begin as we do in stretch, seated, first comfortably in your chair. You may want to lower your eyes towards your knees or close your eyes all together and just take a deep breath in and out. And listen to your body's natural rhythm of breath and see if you can find a pattern where your inhale matches up with your exhale. It might be helpful to attach a count to your breath and breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you begin this patterned breath, just place a hand on your chest and maybe one on your belly. And now focus on that hand on your chest and notice the rise of your chest with each inhale. And sinking back as you exhale. And now shift your focus to that hand on your belly. And as you inhale, think of the belly, focus on it expanding. And as you exhale, allow it to sink back. With each inhale, it balloons and then sinks. And then once again, shift your focus from the awareness of the body and breath connection to that steady rhythmic breath. And after you finish one more belly breath, let's set ourselves up in what's called seated mountain pose so we can have one final breath practice. Seated mountain starts at the foundation. The feet are grounded, rooted to the floor. You want to align your knees over top of your ankles, and then make sure your hips are aligned with your knees. Take one roll of your shoulders, let them be down, away from your ears so that your neck and shoulders and arms are at ease. And then imagine that string that's attached to the top of your head that helps you to grow long from the base of your tailbone all the way up through your neck, all the way up to the top of your head. For this breath practice, place your hands at the base of the rib cage, longest fingers touching. We're attempting to breathe from the thoracic diaphragm, and in order to do that, you want to breathe in such a way that as you inhale, the longest fingers separate. As you exhale, they return and touch. Inhale and separate. Exhale, return and touch. Remember, diaphragmatic breath takes practice. That's why we start each class together, focused on our breathing. With time, you will get this, and it'll come to you quickly and easily. Now let your arms hang heavy at your sides, but to continue that diaphragmatic breath throughout our time together, let's just attach a little movement to it. As you inhale, lift your arms to shoulder height. Exhale and lower your arms back down to your sides. With each inhale, lift. With each exhale, lower the arms back down. Maybe you add your chin lifting, chin lowering. And now adjusting, draw your hands up under your chin this time. As you exhale, press your hands back down. And let's adjust hands and arms again, this time like you're holding an accordion at your chest. As you inhale, pull your hands apart. As you exhale, press your hands back together. Maybe you add a little lift of your chest as you inhale and rolling of your shoulders down as you exhale. And now let's adjust hands and arms again. This time as you exhale, press your hands out at shoulder height. As you inhale, draw them up and under your chin. And finishing one more of these, leave the arms out long in front of you. And just return the spine tall. Focus back in on your steady rhythm of breath. And as you inhale next, open a curtain. Let your right arm open a curtain on the right side of the body. As you exhale, just close the curtain. And then take that same movement to the left. As you inhale, open the curtain. Exhale to close it. Continue this movement, matching it to your breath. Maybe add your gaze following the movement of your hands, so you're beginning to warm up your neck as well. Finishing one more of these, returning the arms out long in front of you. Inhale fully here. As you exhale, just float your arms down to your sides. And just take a moment, focus back in. Do you still have that steady rhythm of breath? Are you breathing from the thoracic diaphragm? If not, just come back to it. And on your next inhale, lift your arms, palms up, shoulders down. Maybe lift your chin and chest slightly as well. And in this position, inhale fully. Fill your lungs full of air. And inhale one more time here. As you exhale, gather your arms down in front of you. Careful, listen to your lower back, but fold forward as far as is comfortable for you. It allows you to still maintain a full, steady breath. Now let's attach these two movements to the breath. With each inhale, lift everything up. As you exhale, gather everything down and in front of you. And on your next inhale, just let your body stay upright. Settle your arms into goal pose position. And think of this position as being a good way to open the muscles, elongate the muscles across the chest. Inhale, pressing back from shoulder to elbow. And now as you exhale, take your left hand cross-body to your opposite shoulder. Inhale once again, pressing elbows back. Exhale this time taking right hand to left shoulder. And now continue this movement, matching it to your breath. Maybe adding your gaze again, following the movement of your hands, so you're warming up your neck. And now just make a slight adjustment as you cross the body. Take your hand towards your opposite hip. And finishing one more of these, returning the arms to goal post position. Inhale fully here. And as you exhale, just press your hands down to your sides. And then focus back in on your steady rhythm of breath. And on your next inhale, look across your right shoulder. Then just see how much of your shoulders and chest want to turn to that side as well. Use the breath as we will throughout class here. Think as you inhale of growing tall in your spine. Think as you exhale of relaxing your hips and grounding your feet to the floor. Inhale one more time here. As you exhale, slowly return the body, square the hips and the shoulders once again. And on your next inhale, begin by looking to the left and then just seeing how much of the shoulders and chest want to turn to that side. Again, use the breath to grow long as you inhale in the upper body. And as you exhale, check in on your hips, ground your feet to the floor. Inhaling one more time to this side as you exhale, returning around to the front and then attaching this movement to the breath. With each inhale, taking a slight rotation to one side, exhaling, returning to the front. Inhaling to the opposite side and then returning front. After finishing one more of these, returning around to the front and shifting your focus specifically to your rib cage. And just beginning a rib cage circle, one direction. And then the opposite direction. And now shifting those circles into the hips and shifting your weight through your hips. One direction. And then the opposite direction. Now shift the weight through your hips in a figure eight pattern. And finally, begin to rock from side to side. And then settle the majority of your weight on the left side of your body. You may want your hands under your chair for a little additional support. As you inhale, lift your right knee up. As you exhale, press your right heel down. With each inhale, lift. Exhale, press down. And now staying on the right side, just reversing the direction. Returning the right foot to the floor, shifting the weight from side to side, and then letting the majority of your weight rest on the right side of your body. Continuing that on the left side now, lifting the knee up, pressing the heel down. And then just reversing on that side. Returning the left foot to the floor, shifting the weight from side to side. And then equally distributing the weight between the right and left side, but then bringing the insides of the feet together. So the big toe sides of your feet are touching, your knees are touching and zipping up your inner thighs. And then just beginning to rock the knees from side to side. Good. And then returning with knees tight, and then just letting the legs, knees go out wide and back in. And naturally, the bottoms of your feet may begin to come off the floor. Good. And finishing one more of those, returning, heel toeing the feet back out to about hip width apart, getting that good seated mountain pose, shifting your weight one more time side to side. Really working towards finding the very middle of right to left weight distribution. Doing the same thing, rocking front to back. And again, looking for the center. And then letting your arms rest heavy at your sides. Arms are heavy at your sides. Sitting up tall, focusing back in on your breath. On your next inhale, half circle the arms all the way up. As you exhale, goal post your arms. Inhale, now arrow your arms. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart. As you inhale again, arrow the arms, maybe arch the back slightly. Exhale, lower the arms and shoulders. Inhale, fold forward. Exhale, sweep the arms and let them fly back. Holding this position, set it up well from those rooted feet, grounded to the floor. Knees aligned over ankles and heels, hips aligned with knees. And that long, strong spine. Pull your belly button in towards your back to protect it. But then imagine an arrow starting at the base of your tailbone, shooting all the way through to the top of your head, helping you to grow even longer today. Take your shoulder blades, move them down your back, and let your arms be strong from shoulders all the way out to your fingertips. Steady breath as always. Now on your next inhale, return tall, half circle the arms once again. Exhale, goal post. Inhale to arrow. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, arrow. Exhale, lower the shoulders, separate the palms. Inhale, fold forward. Exhale, sweep the arms, let them fly back. Returning tall. Let's take 2 breath circles here. One more. So we finished with breath and warmth in our class. Go ahead, grab a sip of water and we'll move into some deeper stretching today. So returning to that seated mountain pose, go ahead and begin to shift your weight from side to side, letting the majority of your weight rest on the left side of the body. As you inhale, hug the right knee in towards your chest, turning that ankle one direction and the opposite direction. Pointing and flexing the foot. And then taking your hands and interlacing them at the back side of your right thigh, sitting up tall, lowering the top of your leg slightly and just beginning to straighten and bend that leg. Then leaving the foot flexed, straightening the leg and lowering that leg down. Heel is on the floor, letting the toes come up so you feel a good stretch in your calf. And then beginning to rock with the foot flex, the big toe side of your foot and the pinky toe side of the foot towards the floor. Finally returning, letting the toes extend up again, lowering your shoulders and arms down to your sides. On your next inhale, half circle the arms all the way up. Set this up well by thinking of lowering the shoulders down away from the ears. But imagine you're holding something precious between your palms so your arms are active. Inhale, stack the spine tall. Exhale, fold forward, folding where the legs meet with the torso. Allow the breath to keep this stretch active. As you inhale, let your spine grow taller. As you exhale, maybe explore, is there new depth of stretch for you in this stretch today? Continue holding this position. Inhaling one more time here. As you exhale, let the upper body grow heavy. Arms, shoulders, head, even into your upper back, and point out the right foot. And then slowly place both hands on the left thigh and begin a slow round up. Think of each piece of your back stacking tall on the previous one. Moving on into your neck and finally returning your gaze tall. On your next inhale, hug the right knee in once again. This time just tuck that foot underneath your chair. Toes are tucked and you're stretching the front of the foot. And then once again, interlace the fingers and hands at the back of the right thigh. And just slowly open the hip, in and out. And then hugging the right knee into the chest once again. Then crossing right ankle in front of left. Somewhere between there and all the way up on the opposite hip for some hip opening work. Inhale and sit up tall. As you exhale, take both hands to the inside of the right thigh and just apply a little gentle pressure, constant. Take a couple of breaths here. And then remove the hands from the inner thigh. Lower them down to your sides, and they can stay right there. You can let them rest on your lifted chin, or you can even arrow your arms up and over. Settle your arms where you want them to be, and then shift your focus onto that spine. As you inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, fold forward, flat back, folding where the legs meet with the torso. Using the breath again to keep this stretch active. Each time you inhale, grow long in your spine. Each time you exhale, check in with the lower half of the body. Ground that at least all of the four corners of the left foot to the floor. Inhaling one more time here. As you exhale, round down. Let the upper body just hang. The arms and shoulders are heavy towards the floor. And now you may want to draw opposite hand up towards opposite elbow and just gently sway, releasing and further stretching that hip flexor. And then returning, letting the arms hang heavy and slowly, slowly rolling all the way up. Again, connecting with each piece of your back, finally moving into your neck, and then returning the gaze upright and lowering the shoulders down. On your next inhale, hug the right knee in. And as you exhale, step out into a seated lunge position to the right side. See what this looks like for you today. That may be that both legs are to the right side of the chair. You may feel like you can step the left foot back, working towards having the left knee below the left hip. Right hand is on the chair back. As you inhale, tuck the hip under. As you exhale, release the tucked hip. Maybe you add your chin lowering towards your chest as you tuck under and lifting slightly as you release. And then returning, stacking the spine tall and inhaling, focusing on growing even taller as you exhale, relaxing your hip and hips and really checking in on those grounded feet to the floor, your solid foundation. On your next inhale, first reach up with your left hand, reaching further up out of your rib cage. And as you exhale, tilt the upper body and the left arm towards the chair back. Now in this position, imagine air flowing in through your nose, down through your throat, and filling just your left lung with air. Fill your lung full and feel it press against your rib cage. And as you exhale, empty it completely. And on your next inhale, let it assist you to return the body upright and slowly return, lowering the left arm all the way back down to your side. As you inhale again, turn the upper body towards the chair back. Maybe the hands go to the sides of the chair and the face and chest, shoulders follow. And begin to set this up well by looking to the right with your eyes and nose, your entire face. And then see how much of your shoulders and chest follow today. With each inhale, focus on spinal length. With each exhale, try to tell your hips to relax. Ground your feet to the floor. Inhaling one more time in this position. As you exhale, return the body all the way around to the front. Shift the weight from side to side and find the center once again. And just notice what that feels like now after we've been through a series of stretches on the right side of the body, and we still have a series of stretches to go through on the left. Let's take 2 breath circles here. And grab another sip of water if you'd like, and we'll move to the left side in just a moment. And now set yourself up in seated mountain once again. First, finding the center. Also focusing back in on your steady rhythm of breath. And then shifting your weight from side to side. This time allowing weight to settle on the right side of the body. As you inhale, hug the left knee in, turning the ankle one direction. And then the opposite direction. Flexing and pointing the foot on this side. And then interlacing the hands at the back of the left thigh now, slightly lowering the upper leg and just straightening and bending. And then extending that leg, flexing the foot, lowering the leg down to the ground. And really focusing on a calf stretch by pulling your toes up. Then with foot flexed, rocking big toe side and pinky toe side towards the floor. And returning the toes upright. Letting your arms now rest heavy at your sides first. On your next inhale, half circling them all the way up. Again, lowering the shoulders down away from the ears. Finding energy between your palms so your arms are active. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold forward, back is flat. Try to let the knees always be soft, not overextended. Active stretch by focusing on that steady rhythm of breath. In for 4, out for 4. Inhaling one more time in this position, and as you exhale, rounding down, letting the upper body and arms hang heavy, going ahead and pointing out the left foot. And now place both hands on that right thigh. Pull the belly button in towards the spine and begin that slow round up, intentionally connecting with each part of your back, your neck, finally returning your gaze. Lowering your arms. On your next inhale, hugging left knee in towards your chest. And then as you exhale, crossing left ankle over in front of right, finding a position between there, somewhere on your shin, and all the way up on the opposite thigh. Inhale, grow tall in your spine. As you exhale, take both hands to the inside of the left thigh and apply gentle pressure as you take a couple breaths here. And then removing the hands from the inner thigh with your arms either resting heavy at your sides on that lifted shin or arrowing them up. Now focus. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold forward. Back stays flat. Basic breath with focus on each inhale of that long spine. And with each exhale, focus on the depth of stretch for the lower body. Inhaling one more time here. As you exhale, round down. Let your arms and head and even upper back just hang heavy towards the floor. And then draw opposite hand to opposite elbow if you'd like, and maybe add a little gentle sway. And lowering the arms towards the floor again, slowly rounding up, returning tall. And then once again, first hugging that knee into your chest and then tucking the left foot underneath your chair, underneath you. Even the toes are tucked under. So again, now we're stretching the front of the left foot. As you inhale, hug the left knee in. As you exhale, take that step out to the left, either for seated lunge, either with both legs to the left, or you can step the right leg back and work towards that right knee being below the right hip. Left hand is on the chair back. Inhale, tuck the right hip under. Exhale, release the tucked hip. Maybe adding chin, lowering towards the chest as you tuck the hip under, releasing and lifting slightly. Now returning the gaze, inhaling tall spine, exhaling, relaxing the hips and really securing that foundation, your feet connected, rooted with the floor. On your next inhale, reach up with your right hand, reach further out of your rib cage, and as you exhale, tilting the upper body, rounding the right arm towards the chair back. Focusing on the breath entering the body and filling the right lung full of air. Emptying that lung of air and the breath exiting the body. And now allow your breath to assist you as you inhale. Return the body up tall, lift that arm up, exhale, and just slowly lower it back down to your side. On your next inhale, just slowly turn the body towards the chair back. Hands can go to the sides of the chair. And look to the left with your eyes and nose, your entire face, and just see how much of your shoulders and chest want to turn to the right as well, left as well. Inhaling one more time here. As you exhale, slowly return all the way around to the front. Bring the legs about hip width apart again. Shift your weight from side to side. Then equally distribute the weight between the right and left side. Notice, how does the center of your weight feel now? Take 2 breath circles here. And go ahead, another opportunity to grab a sip of water, and we'll move on up the body, a little more stretching. And as you return to seated mountain, focus back in on that steady rhythm of breath. Go ahead and place your hands on your thighs. Feel your palms connect with your thighs. As you inhale, lift your chin and chest up. Exhale, lower chin, shoulders down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And now adjusting, take your hands out to your knees. Palms are on your knees now. Begin to feel more of a stretch in the upper back. Lifting again. And as you lower the chin down towards your chest, think about scooping out your belly like you're rounding around a beach ball. And continuing this same movement with the torso, letting the arms change again. This time they can swing towards the back of the chair and lift up towards your arms. Swinging them back and lifting them up. And continuing that same movement with the torso, now taking the hands towards the sides of the chair back, lifting and lowering the chin. And finally, placing your hands as if you're tucking them in pockets at your backside. And then returning, stacking the spine tall,